fun and happy time zones. It's your bird, Haven the Raven, and welcome back to Amalur on Nostalgic, where I'm going through an older game that I played in my childhood and seeing if it still holds up today. Thank you so much for the lurks, Jake Shuffle and Vo. I hope both of you are having an excellent, I hope both of you have an excellent day. So, whole reason I ended where I did, I saved and quit in front of Gossamer End, is so that I could remember to come in here and tackle some stuff.
What can I help you with?
What? My guy, you have a bed.
Thank the gods. Someone from the outside finally made it through. I thought we'd be... well, I never thought I'd see your new face again. But it's good you're here. I'm Silhouette of Honor, the village mediciner, and I need your help. Normally I keep a stock of anti-venom at hand for when silk farmers get bitten, but with the recent attacks my stores have been emptied. There's not much to the potion, but because we've been in Webwood for so long, we're more sensitive to the spider poison than most. So there is an ingredient I still need. The poison glands of the spiders themselves. I'll need someone to harvest them. Good. I'll need as large a batch of the potion as I can make, so 15 glands or so will be needed. Good day.
That might not sound like a very sensible thing to say, the people of Canarok having a higher sensitivity to the poison because of having been, well, there for so long. But allergies can develop because of stuff like that. People who are stung by bees multiple times are more likely to have a bee allergy, for example.
There's a lot. The forge is
Oof.
hot if you need to use it. Stay alert.
Where is your mom? Upstairs. Alright, so I talked to...
You're the one. If you're looking for post, work to do.
Talk to you.
Stranger, I heard you aren't afraid to pass through Webwood. What I wouldn't give to be like you, to leave this place. I haven't seen my home in weeks, and I fear something horrible has happened there. That's just it. I don't know. I came to Canarok some days before the first attacks. I was stuck here. Our farmhand, Cartery Jake, stumbled into Canarok a few days later. He was tight-lipped about my parents at first. Then he said the spiders got them. Now he avoids me, avoids everyone. Something happened at the farm, but I can't bring myself to find out what. Thank you. I will give you whatever I have. Just bring me news of my mother and father. I need to know what happened there. Safe journey.
And Grim Harvest will get me the last lore stone, because I believe the lore stone is... hey, shop lady!
No one else see the widow. The widow is coming for us, and her brood comes with her. We'll be food before nightfall. We can't hold this island, these few buildings against them.
Not better than what I've currently got. Actually, the poison resistance is going to be handy here specifically. I never use shadow prisms. Neither of those are really all that handy. Since I'm here, I may as well grab those. Ooh. And of course, repair kits, because I need the repair kits.
Widows.
What? How did you get a coaster, Fen? I love that dog. Alright. Next level up, which will actually be happening relatively soon, I'll be able to get that for Detect Hidden. Which will be helpful. Alright, Here, Shade River Caves. Down here we go. There's spiders. I'm not sure I'll be able to actually sneak up on them. I'm not going to kill Barton. From a practicality standpoint, that Garner guy, not gonna help the village. At least not to survive this. And considering the kind of land that, Fen, hey! Stop it. Considering the kind of world that these people live in, it's also really important to note that superstitions, like what Garner accused Barton of, are often true. Is it really jumping at shadows when the shadows come to you? Alright. I'm gonna have to fight a bunch of spiders around Tough Farm. My next level up, I'm gonna need to get a fire ability. Because I can't guarantee I'll have fire equipment. What? Fen! Do you need to go back in your... Do you need to go take a nap? Do you? Either lay down or get down. Well... I love him, but he can't keep digging. Furniture is not meant to be digged. What? Off the table? Apparently he's decided it's problem hours. Do I have... Well, this is a problem, actually. Webwood. The one place in the entirety of Amalur where a fire ability is necessary for exploration purposes. I forgot that I had to, actually, I might be able to sort of cheese this with an experience booster. I might have to backtrack here because I forgot about that web. Unless something here happens to drop something with fire enchanted onto it. That one too. Brilliant. Alright. I can't even reckoning mode this. Thank you. Okay. The luck on that drop. Ooh. That's actually not bad. I'm not going to be making use of the ranged damage thing, though, because I think ranged is specifically bows. Might be worth disassembling a pair of chakrams. Here we go. Okay, nothing game breaking, but that pendant is nice. The equip requirements reduction and the finesse abilities could come in handy. There's a lot of really good jewelry in this game, actually. Okay, I'm going to be disassembling those two. Hello, Barton.
Stay back. An alpha? By the widow's mercy. Who sent you? Have you word from Kenarok? I'm the only one left. My men and I were ambushed when we entered the cave. It's as if the damn spiders set a trap for us. These spiders are somehow using strategy, tactics. Simple ones, but enough to overwhelm us. I think someone is leading them. It's all over this cave. Footprints, torn webs, but no body. It could be the Bloody Widow for all I know, but Kenarok needs to be told. That damn... This whole suicide mission was his idea. And now he tries to have me killed? I need to tell Canarok what has happened here, and deal with Garena. I have to hurry. Speak with me after we reach Canarok. Speak with me, please.
One of these days I'm gonna have to actually kill Barton. I've never done it because it made no sense. But that, I'm also going to do Grim Harvest before I head back to Canarok. Because it just makes more sense. Already out here. Fen, leave the cat alone. Love that dog. Alright, I can run, actually. Ooh! Dispellable chest. I get experience from that. And there's one there too that I missed. Brilliant. I'm not going to complain about more treasure. At least, not right now. Aha! This could have been avoided had you simply stayed quiet. Not quite better yet. I'm probably not going to wind up with much that's better than what I might, or than the, like, genuinely better than this until later. Alright, I'm gonna have to assassinate this brownie and then and then keep going to the right. I don't think the brownie's spawned in yet, though. Yeah, I just watched its pixels. I just watched the pixels form a brownie. Okay. Follow the road. What? Okay, you were playing with a toy. Hi, spider. But this lady again? They really wanted to make sure that you saw her, huh?
Don't bother me.
I could talk to her, but I don't really have a reason to. All she does is tell you about the Teeth of Nara's expedition, which I already had the quest for. Alright, Fen, what are you doing? there's a very real chance I might have to get him to stop doing whatever he was doing again, but at the moment he's laying down at my side, so okay. So now and then I keep trying to do that and forgetting and then I forget I don't have it unlocked. But the Teeth of Naros. Yeah. We just happened to hear it on the way from Alistar to Goreheart. Alright. And then I take a right. I'm about to get jumped, but by what? Or not. Bye-bye. Haha. I'm just sending shadow prisms to junk at this point.
I have the brood to feed. And though our lover is gone, we will not forget their sacrifices and from whence they came.
Oh dear, I definitely need some mana regeneration. Because I keep running out. It's not as big of a deal for me because I'm a hybrid build. Oh dear. But it still could prove an issue. That is a very bright painting, actually. Looks like the she. Collect that. Nothing here. And off we go. Back to Kennerock. Gonna save here. Right, the silk farmer remains. Fen, what are you doing? There is something under the couch that he desperately wants, and I don't know what. Now for the real question. When confronting Cartery Jake, am I going to keep his secret or tell on him?
Brought them, thank the gods. My store was almost out. But with these, I can create a fresh batch. Please, take these. I'll be able to make more shortly.
She sells these, but I don't really do much alchemy in the beginning of the game anyway. Most of my alchemy comes from mid to late game. Okay. Talk to you to get that.
You have my thanks. And you're welcome to Gossamer End, a house in the village. This A-Day, the town blacksmith will make repairs if you need them. For his treachery, I have banished Gariner from this town. The widow take him. Enjoy your new home, but do so quickly. If the widow is out there, we must send someone to Castle Yorvin to find out why. Information. Castle Yorvin was a Fey bastion long ago. They used some form of the magic to pacify Webwood. Perhaps they can tell us how to calm Webwood.
Alright. Let's think about this. I think I actually get more from telling on Jake.
So, the savior comes for Cartery. What do you want? You did? I must have left it behind when I was fleeing those spiders. The damn things were everywhere. I can see you're not convinced. So that tough brat sent you to do a little digging. It's only a matter of time before she learned what I did to her parents. But you found out first. A stroke of luck. Now, let's come to an arrangement, shall we? Say, a heavy purse for your silence? I didn't desert the war, only to return 10 years later. I'm never going back to Melsenshire, and Carowin wasn't about to make me. What? You think I had a choice? You can understand what the war means to our people. Even Webwood is more appealing. I thank the gods for the simple life on that farm, and she tried to take that from me.
I do understand where he's going, or where he's coming from with this one. This war has been going on for 10 years. Everyone's tired of it. I do not blame deserters. But I think the reward I get for killing you is better, so sorry, my guy.
The wandering hero is going to bring me to justice. I think not. I've murdered twice before, and you shall be my third. Gladly.
Alright. I don't get much from this. Ooh, why do I have two? I'm not going to complain about getting a little bit of extra stuff, but that is a little weird. I mean, that's better than what I've got, but I'm gonna hold off for now.
I can't believe Carteret killed them. My mother and father had been his friends for years, before I was even born. To think that he did all this just to avoid the war. I knew my family was likely dead, but I thought it wouldn't be over something like this. Thank you for your help. Here is your reward, as promised. Farewell.
Alright. Yeah, that's a bit better. That's not better yet. I need a little... or I need more finesse for that, which I think I'll get my next level up.
I had a hard enough time just trying to keep Mother's Inn in decent repair without a bunch of eight-legged monsters gnawing their way through. So if you don't mind, let's make this quick. Or better yet, leave... I'd be happy to fix up old Gossamer End for you. That place could use some expansion. I can put in a dining kit. We'll be ready in no time. Let me know if you want any further expansion. Well, it sure would be useful to have an alchemy workbench. I can add a room with one for some gold. The alchemy workbench should come in handy in these neck of the woods. The main floor has been expanded as much as possible, but I can squeeze in an attic for some gold. You'll be amazed when you see that attic. Well, I'll have to watch out for the riverbed, but I can add on a basement for some gold. I'll go ahead and set up the basement with some plants and reagents. You'll love it. If you're interested in more storage space, I can expand your basement for some gold. Be careful when you go in there. Somehow a spider got in when I was doing the last upgrade. I can do one last expansion of the basement, give you more space for the plants down there, for some gold. This'll be the last upgrade I can give you. I hope you like everything I've done. Keep safe.
Gossamer End is the first house you get access to in the game.
This town will be a pile of skulls and belt buckles from the spider's gullet. Would Gardiner and Barton be better at leading a pile of refuse? I've seen those beasts. They ripped my husband to shreds in front of me. Will Billis be next? What's to become of us?
Alright. I'm keeping the Huron pendant for now. 2,000 more gold and I can go grab... Okay. And I can go grab that, persuasion training from the House of Ballads. Because for some reason, it's 15,000 gold just for one level of a skill.
What are you bothering me?
Though, thankfully, it's not like it's... that hard to acquire gold in this game. You want to do the Gossamer End upgrades as soon as possible. Like, pretty much as soon as you get the, opportunity. For one reason. Depending on your choices, you can wind up with Canarok no longer being serviceable as a town. One hour just to get my health back. Because I'm certainly going to be taking free health when I can. That satchel will be available later. Is there anything I want to put away? No. Yulvin is an interesting one. Or Castle Yulvin. It has its own thing of lore stones. Oh right, Webwood gives that. %10 poison damage versus the fair folk. Yeah. It's a situational buff, but it's still a buff. And we're never really told what happens to Gariner specifically, aside from he's dead now. Barton could have killed him, or the spiders could have. Why am I almost level 9 already? Hang on. That might help a little. Because I did pick self-sufficient. Right. I hate dealing with Crodox. Reckoning on a Crodoc is never reckoning wasted. Alright, now I actually have to go up to this spot specifically to trigger the next part of the quest. Thank you. Now, this is something that broke with the remaster. I don't know how they managed this, but there is a possibility of this quest requiring you to do some backtracking in order to complete it, just to trigger a cutscene.
This is Lorvan, proud and mighty, shaped and hewn by Fae of old. If you hear us, then we are sleeping still. But be strong of heart, new one. Our powers are old, but our triumphs are eternal. We have brought peace to the Webwood and the forests of summer. Corruption and decay and filth were grown, were spread like sickness from the fens and dells of this place. They were led not by a beast, not by a fell one, but by her, the one who walks alone, the mother of 100,000 spiders. She is a queen of web and poison. She calls herself the Widow.
Dread is an absolutely broken thing, actually, because fire damage causes most things to panic. Alright. I'm starting to get to a point where the stuff from equipment is... or from other equipment is outpacing the gifted sets. Blink is great, but you have to be careful where you blink. It is actually possible with Blink, because of some of the collision physics, to wind up stuck in the map, which can be a problem, because that means you have to fast travel or reload. Of course, you don't really tend to run into that much until Arethel. And actually, I did that just to get, pardon, just to get the envenomed edge off of my radial there. Because envenomed edge is a sustained ability. Sustained abilities do not actually need to be on your ability radial in order to actually use them. Oh dear, what is going on with the laptop? Suppose I'll just have to keep an eye on that. And this is a really nice case of the lore stones being used to tell the story when the NPCs can't or won't.
The canopy stretched far and blocked the light of summer. But we pressed on and forward to Cathrus, to the Widow's den. We were but weak when we arrived, but she was weaker still, her children having died before our march. To Ashara we commended her, and then we felt the call of winter, and so some turned to sleep. I kept watch.
Oh dear. Ooh. Wait, I'm not using daggers. Unfortunately, that is the one trap in this game you can never disarm. Ah, I was trying.
Some colder wind of winter blows then, we have seen. Summer does not return our brothers, our clans to us. What will happen to the vigil I keep? Winter already calls me, and no relief is in sight.
Okay. And then the last lore stone.
The widow walks. I can feel the heart of the webwood pulsing with her anger. Her spiders are at the gates. We never thought this day would come. The widow walks. The widow walks.
Okay, so the glitch did trigger. Alright. So, normally, as soon as you... Or, well, in the original, as you can see on the map because of Detect Hidden, the widow is here. As soon as you get the final lore stone, she's supposed to talk to you, and a door that's around here will open. However, in the remake, that doesn't always trigger. Or not remake, remaster. This is a remaster-specific glitch. I never had this problem with the original. So what you do here is you go all the way back down. It requires a bit of backtracking. But you make your way over to the front door.
Is that someone tripping about my web? And I thought my fun was over.
And there we go. So if you run into that glitch, I think it's just automatic with this game now. Because it's happened. I have played the remake or the remaster a couple times. And it has happened every time I've played the remaster. So I think this quest is just perma-bugged. I did not collect this. Ooh! Full transparency, I have played the remaster before. I just wasn't really being very critical about it because it had been a while since I played the, I have played the remaster a couple times. Wasn't very critical about it because both times it had been a while since I'd last played it. Or played this game. There were a couple things I noticed that I wasn't too fond of, though. And we'll get to Mithros when we get to Mithros. I have a lot to say about Mithros. Thankfully, the widow is polite and will simply let me loot this place. That could be handy. And this.
Another stirs in Yolvin? But it is only a wretched mortal from that doomed town, no doubt. I'm sure my Cathris brood would love feeding on one as strong as you. The lost of Yolvin is dead. Your little town is next. Tell them the widow has returned, and she is claiming what was once hers.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Good riddance, big ol' spitter. These spiders are actually not a joke. I think my first couple of playthroughs of this game, Webwood killed me more than anything else. And then I was introduced to the terror that is avocado. This is one of those games that gets easier the more you play it, or the longer you play it. Most games have a difficulty spike, this one does not. I can think of one specific boss, Avocado. No, that's not his real name, but anyone who has actually played this game before knows exactly what I'm talking about. Like, he is hands down the toughest boss in this game. Mostly because on higher difficulties he can one-shot you. Oh, whoops. Did not mean to do that. Consumables. Oh, wait, no. Junk. But by and large, when you're playing this game, you'll notice that combat starts to go faster and get easier instead of harder the further you progress. Even once you have more complicated movesets, well, a more complicated moveset for yourself. Because again, this game encourages some pretty complicated combinations of attacking. I mentioned this before that your fate meter actually fills up faster if you take if you do a lot of different combos. And that's true. Every single spell you chain together, every different weapon attack. Actually, this room might be a bit of a problem. Let's just do that. It's not like I can't still die in Reckoning mode. Oh dear. Ran out. Oh well. You get... Actually, hang on a second. Yeah, they start you off with Harbinger and Confident. I believe you actually take less damage in... Or, sorry, not take less, do more damage in Reckoning mode, and your enemy's effects are... Or... Your enemy's movements are slowed. So, if need be, you can always use Reckoning mode to just get you out of a tricky situation. I mostly recommend using it for boss fights, but sometimes the boss is less dangerous than the room full of enemies 3 chambers beforehand. Let's see here. Grab you. That's not going to be too much help. Anything over here? No, that means I can just head straight to Canarok. Sell stuff, sleep for... Hi! Forgot about this. Bright side, I don't think anyone here can actually die just yet. Alright.
By the seas, you sure took the long route to Castle Yolven.
No, I didn't.
Have you found their secret? Can you stop the spiders? I didn't want to think the stories were true, but I've seen her hand in this since it began. It's only a matter of hours before Kenarok is destroyed. But Cathrus is deep within the webwood. I wouldn't be surprised if the Hollow is where she makes her home. I had hoped for an army to assist Kenarok. You're all I have. Don't know if it's fate or luck, but there's no time. The others and I will take refuge in the inn. We need to help the survivors.
I have other things I need to do first. Such as selling the treasure I've acquired. Billis.
Garner, all I know is I need to close up and stay alert.
Is something wrong?
Where is his mother? Alright. Yeah, I think at this point I'm just gonna go straight to studded instead of boiled.
One of us, whether you widows spare you.
And that gives me enough that I can go by a level of persuasion. I believe there's a blacksmithing teacher in Shieldring Keep. So it's probably a good thing that I didn't immediately jump on the 2 blacksmithing.
Excuse me.
Honestly, the choices I make in the House of Ballads really depend on how high my dispelling skill gets.
Why, hello. Always a pleasure to gaze upon your sweet face. Well, how can I make you smile today? Please tell me it's something improper. Until next time. Looking forward to it.
What is it?
There we go. And now I go back to Canrock. Rest a bit in order to get my health back. And then finish tackling the Widow questline. Then Haxie, then Glendara. Probably hit up Lorca Rain after that, and then the She. Because there's a lot in the She. I forgot to nap! I almost forgot to take a nap! I would very much like to know why there's a giant statue in here, though. That's a question I've had ever since I was small, actually. Well, since this game first came out. I'm not sure 9 or 10 really counts as small. Does it count as small? A question for the ages. Anyway. I'm gonna save right here because I have actually had this part glitch on me too.
The mortal from Castle Yolven. How vexing is it that you escaped? Your stubbornness is yet another irritation from you mortals. But it is the way of my kind to endure. It is not a quality we share. The bulk of my horde lies within, and I am eager that you might face it. But I am not reliant upon my spiders, nor am I unreasonable. I can see you are brutal in your own form. I offer amnesty in exchange for the lives of Kenarok.
I'm not going to do that this time. I kind of need the repair kit shop.
Oh, I had believed for a moment that you had some potential. Oh well, I lack the sympathy to kill you personally. You shall feed my guardian spiders after all. While they draw breath, none shall approach me. These wolves obey my wishes. These spiders' lives are mine. Your way to me will be barred by root and fang.
Okay, cool. So the way I've had that glitch on me, and I think this was actually in the original and not in this one, is that she wouldn't move. And that might not sound like a problem until you factor in the fact that her boss room is over there. But one of these days I'm gonna go through and... oh dear. Decide to just be the worst person I can. Like, there's genuinely no... there's no point in wiping Kenarok off the map. Especially since I've obtained some new gloves that I'd really like to test out on her. Well, some new gloves and a new perk. Okay. This could very well kill me. Wards are actually pretty scary. So I know I've mentioned diseases before, but this game also has curses. And curses are a lot worse than diseases. Like, a lot worse. At least with diseases, you can cure them yourself with a, oh dear, purification potion. Which means anybody who bought one or invested in alchemy doesn't really have to worry too much about, getting sick. Curses, on the other hand, cannot be removed by the player. And the #1 cause of curses in this game is failing to properly dispel a ward. Some of the curse effects can get absolutely brutal. Like, actually, I think that one over there would cause me to just not have mana. I think it's like 99% or minus 99% mana regeneration or something like that. The number of times I've had to leave Cathris to get rid of that curse. Actually kind of crazy. And there's also the possibility that a ward will just outright kill you by exploding. Follow me if you dare. I'm hardly full enough to stay in the middle of that room when I know there's more coming out of the woodwork. Or rootwork? Oh dear. Okay. I'll keep those so I can disassemble them later. It's the same picture. Well, same necklace. Oh, wait, Sea Flax. What's Sea Flax doing this far inland? I never questioned that before, but what's Sea Flax doing this far inland? Yep, knew it. Just perish already. Yeah, we're skipping straight to studded. Blacksmith's craft might be handy here and there. Okay, I'm close enough. I really shouldn't use another potion. And I have enough fate energy. Oh dear. Unfortunately, I had to use a potion there because these spiders are a problem. Where did you even come from? Or well, how many of you are even in the floorboards? Hi! So glad Feyblades are as quick as they are. Aw, no Tinder Twig for me. I'm going to have to buy more health potions. Alright, one moment. Laptop's acting up again, and then I'll head back into this. Okay, with any luck, that's the last of the laptop issues. Hello, Widow.
And here you are yet again. I must say your hunger is great, unlike the Fae I slaughtered at Castle Yulvin. Now come, let us test ourselves against each other. I do not fear being cut down. I will rise again in time, unlike you.
Wrong button again. I'm not bothering with any of the spiders. Okay, Raging Bag, Essence of Hate, to just give myself more. Alright. And now that I've done that, I can handle you in a slightly easier fashion. Oh boy. I really need to find something to reduce mana costs. Actually, there's no point in that. Ooh, that's actually huge. I should keep that. Okay. And that's it for the Widow. The Widow is done. Well, she's dead. I definitely need more potions, though. That is the wrong direction. Yeah, that boss fight can actually get really out of hand if you're not careful because of how many spiders the Widow can summon. Better to just Reckoning and rush her immediately. Actually, that's most bosses in this game. Aside from a few major ones, the bosses in this game really aren't that impressive because you can just rush them down.
What can I help you with?
You've done it. We owe you our lives. and our livelihood. If not, we'd be food for spiders, and the widow would be dancing on our remains. There is not enough gold to show our gratefulness. But this is what we can give. Take it, with our thanks. Be well.
There's roof beams to cut. I'm sorry, stranger. It seems I'm the man to get this village rebuilt. I have to get the next few months of work, so keep safe.
Alright, and then... where is your mother?
What are you bothering me for?
We've still a long ways ahead of us before the silken seat is back to what it was. But I've had Billis hard at work to make it so. Now, what is it that I can do for you?
Just gonna offer up your son's work. Oh boy, lady. Okay, 22,000. That's not bad. Might be worth heading back to Shieldring Keep for a moment, actually.
Beware the forest.
Because I believe that's a blacksmithing level I can acquire. Sometimes you just don't get the things you want from the equipment you salvage. Oh well. But this, and then probably head back to Goreheart to buy some stuff, and then head into Haxie. Because Shieldring has some stuff. My next 3 levels are going to be in Dispelling. Because that's huge. The explosion on the wards is what does the damage, which can potentially one-shot you. And it's also what gives you the curses. And being able to see traps on the minimap is helpful too. Right.
A commendation from Ordure, eh? That'll get you your first assignment. What more than that demands soldiers' work? Don't get any big ideas. Heroic deeds are long past, and the war's far away. But there's honest soldiers' work to be done. Hirelings earn good pay for standing guard, dealing with thieves, patrolling roads. In fact, there is a patrol sitting out shortly, if you're interested. A merchant group has retained us to discover why traders have been vanishing from a road in Lorca Rain. Travel to Dyden Hill and meet a fellow hireling named Will Rendig. He is likely at the healers. Then report to Warden's Bridge. You and a crew of other hirelings will scour the area and ensure the roads are safe. Understood? Good then. Good. Off you go.
I'm going to be heading through Gloam Thicket next, I think, actually. Because of the... Overgrown Thicket. Then through Haxie, because there's a contract there, up through Glendara, because that's where the next part of the Warsworn quest takes place, as well as the next part of that one guy's from the brother that was once part of the that was once part of the oh, there's a side quest over here too that I should pick up, actually. Was it this way? But that brother that was part of the Red Legion, his quest will require going out near Dyden Hill. The travelers are gonna take me all over the place.
It's good pay, but try.
This is the shield ring smithy. If you want to be scolded by a sour, that all?
How are you in the blacksmith's craft, girl? Don't answer. I can tell by your hands. Callow, confused, no discipline. Are you happy like that, or do you wish to improve?
I wouldn't be here if I didn't want to improve. There we go. That gives me a level in blacksmithing. Which actually, let's see here. That's better than what I have. Chakrams. Ooh, the poison damage buff. I already get more crit from that, so... And here's where it actually starts paying to, do a bit of your own crafting. There's no point in the way early game. Why do you have several counters?
I have good war-sworn forged arms.
I just want the repair kits.
And armor. What? That's all.
Once you start getting more repair kits, you don't have to pay anyone to actually, and a little bit in the way of, Ooh. That's actually better than what I had. I never did figure out how to open that. But once you start finding better equipment that you can actually dismantle, that's when it's a good idea to actually start investing in blacksmithing a little. There's no point in the iron and steel. It's only once you hit azurite that it starts to matter. It's iron, steel, then azurite, then sylvanite. And then I think after that's actually prismare. Those are the tiers. And prismere winds up unlocked pretty early, all things considered. Next time I head back into Children Keep, I'll be...
Get right up and allow yours. Today only I am a potion. His potion, I mean. Oleander Sinclair. See, I'm not really him. He being a dead guy I found in a mine nearby. Landed on, really. But he was already dead. Maybe I took his coin and drank one of his potions. That's when things got strange. I could make potions, tonics, cordials, restoratives. Turns out I really like alchemy, but the potion's effects are fading. Will you help me make another? Let's just say before I became Oleander Sinclair, I was less a traveling alchemist and more of a robber of traveling alchemists and other people. I don't recall the potion's name. No surprise, I can't even remember my own name. That's the price you pay for being for being a liar. Those Warsworn curs likely have one in their keep. Not sure. They won't let me in. on account of my being a liar. You could make the potion using the proper reagents, but that would require work. We've got to hurry, though, because I'm getting dumber by the moment. Please hurry.
Alright. I'm gonna be turning in the book here in a second, so I'll just grab the potion while I'm in the keep. I can actually circle around here and possibly avoid that fight.
Good day.
Not this one, though. Hi. Okay. Do this and collect that reward and oleanders. And then I'll head to Goreheart. Wait, you're the problem. Kobold savages and kobold rogues can actually hit you from a distance. Oh boy. Might need more lockpicks. Lockpicking is another one of those skills that you don't really need to invest in. Lockpicking and mercantile are probably the least important, actually. Am I going off? There's... Oh, one moment. Sorry about that. But there's some irony in the fact that a book called The Book of Gentle Beasts was here of all places, considering nothing in here could really qualify as gentle. The meowing in the background is not anything to be concerned about. She's been doing that off and on for the past half hour. That cat just does not like to be cut off from anywhere, and I need to have the gate closed so Fen doesn't wander off into the other side of the house. Because he likes to go off and be suspicious. Alright. I guess I can just run past all of this. I can see the enemy on the map. Oh, guess I'm not running past. Bye-bye. Over this way. Into the keep, turn in the quest, grab the, potion. And then go talk to that guy.
King, there are grander things than Shieldring Keep, but we're proud to call it home. Mind you, it's more than vaulted ceilings. It's about history and work, about Time Delphric, Ancient of War, and Castellan of this place. Oh, are you? I see. If you mean you want to join, you should speak to Time Delphric. If all you want is coin, go to the contract board. Pay for finished jobs comes from me. Oh yes, from Overgrown Thicket, was it? Normally that sort of thing is beneath even contract work.
Really?
But these days, if the payer has enough coin to spare and is insistent enough, we put it on the board. Good then.
I don't like the Warsworn very much. They're very snooty. What do you mean 99% of being spotted? I'm through a wall!
What's this? Rope?
I was through a wall! Ah! There we go. Now I can give the Alchemist's Art to Oleander Sinclair. Or the guy pretending to be Oleander Sinclair. and move on.
I do believe I'm becoming even dumber than I was before, and I was pretty feeble. Hope this works. Bottoms up, mate. I think it's working. Indubitably. Plethora. Effulgent. There it is. Now I should be able to brew up anything I need in no time. As agreed, here's your payment. You're a real lifesaver.
One of the more dubious quests. But oh well. Oh right, finding that Camden guy. Not there, here.
You're welcome in my shop any.
I haven't gotten sick yet, so I don't need any of that.
Time up goodbye.
Stay close to the village.
I should probably hit up the... Oh, whoops. Corner shop. So that I can disassemble some things. Yeah, and alchemy is another one that doesn't really come into play until mid to late game. Once you actually have use for alchemy, it's amazing, but until that point, or until you hit Arethel at the earliest, really, it's not that big of a deal. Or actually, Arethel at the Teeth of Naros. Rogue armor. Studded leather. Yeah, that's huge. Oh, pfft. Can't wear it yet, though. I have a few levels until I can wear that. I don't know why the chakrams one is tier 3, but I do want the delayed attack with the chakrams. Means I have to work my way up to it, though. Alright, Ballad's Library, and then we go down into Haxie. And then from there, up into Glendara. I'm not going to guarantee anything beyond those two areas. This is definitely going to be a longer stream series. Hi! Right, you're resistant to lightning. I also have to be pretty careful here, actually. Because the quest I'm about to tackle is not one I'm really supposed to be tackling just yet. Hello, Hello, mountain troll. Ah. Ow. Of course, if you're just gonna let me cheese you like that, that's all well and good. Oh dear. Oof. Yeah, mountain trolls are a pain. This quest might take me a while just because of how little, we'll say, trolls like to be messed with. Nice flippin' try. Ow. Perish! I didn't have a choice there. Uh-oh. Die. Okay. Save. Save, 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 save. Good grief, with gravy on top. Always save after a troll fight in the early game. It's not worth it. Oh, shoot. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! 50, 75, 100. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we're getting to a point where things are starting to do enough damage that I'm gonna have to forsake the additional effects. Just gonna do that. Thankfully, these trolls don't respawn. So once I've cleared out Haxie the once, I don't have to worry about clearing it out a second or a third time. Oh. Uh-oh. Why did you just turn like that? I thought I was dead. Trolls in the early game are not things to be trifled with. They're a joke come late game, but early game, they are so terrifying. Alright, that's 3 out of the 5. I already know where all the trolls are, so it's not really something I'm too concerned about locating without markers.
Against common foes, the thoughts in mind of one the other knows. Lord Cref of Fey Knight's most stoic and grave, Lord Airmer's Night Hand and Shadow, the brave, and genteel Airmer, his equal in might, the dawn to Cref's dust, the day to his night. Here's the tale of how they stopped the troll. The Maid of Windermere misled his soul.
Oh dear. Okay. I think there's 5 Haxie stones. One of them should be down there. Most of them are over that direction. Alright, it's... Oh, Thresh. How much do I hate myself?
The troll named Nyx had a most troubled heart. In nature it was displeased with its part.
It hated its difference from the norm, and wished to shed its current form. In grief it went to the maid Windermere. She motioned to Nyx, and beckoned him near. It is your wish to be human, I see, she whispered to the troubled troll in glee. I shall grant you your wish, and make you so. You are a human now, she cackled. Go.
Okay, that's... Oh dear. That helps a little with the, survivability issue. Uh-oh. Inventory, consumables, may as well use the experience booster here. Get at least something from my efforts. And actually, I'm glad I did that. Because on the off chance I wind up luring one of the trolls over here, I don't want to be ganged up on by both a troll and a thresh. No. That would not be fun. I can seldom think of much in this game more annoying than that. Add a Crodoc for the unholy trifecta. Actually, wait, why am I still wearing... That is huge for me, actually. Have to remember about the equip requirements thing. Now this guy I have to be careful with. This troll, unfortunately, I have to fight in close quarters. Because if I don't, I run the risk of... Or if I don't fight this troll on this tiny ledge, I run the risk of it killing... Oh dear. The guy up the ledge. And that guy has a side quest for me. I'll be killing the guy after the fact, of course. Simply because Motus mining is a terrible operation. And that's who that guy works for. I'll hold on to it. But I'd like to at least complete the quest.
And so the troll named Nyx to town it came, never suspecting it was still the same. It crushed the road and split into the wall, and Kreth and Eärmer were surely to fall. They faced the troll and fought to no avail. The wise knights knew what was wrong in our tale. The treacherous maid Windermere at play. We know in part what is wrong with this fay. And so, Lord Eärmer shouted to Lord Kreth, challenge this troll to a duel to the death.
Alright, you. I might be able to actually get you up here. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. I got saved by literally a pixel. I mean, if you're going to I got greedy and almost paid for it. I 100% got greedy there, and I almost paid for it. What? Why twice? Please tell me I'm not fighting two. Rock trolls are not as dangerous as mountain trolls, to be fair. But I still don't want to fight two. Let's just destroy anything white. Thankfully, rock trolls are nowhere near as bad as mountain trolls. As evidenced by the fact that I actually survived that. Oh dearie me. Thankfully, this game allows for a weird sort of potion parry. In that you can just pop a health potion real quick as soon as you get hit to mitigate most of the damage. Why did it let me loose? I was in the middle of a fight! I don't think there's anything over here. That, however, is a thresh to deal with.
Slowly approached it and said, "If you are human, deal as such instead. Face us properly, if that is your fate. Duel us, and reveal the truth of your state." And the troll engaged in battle and fought. Alas, all was not as the troll thought.
Come on. Mergen are annoying as well. And it's not even because of anything all that crazy. They're just annoying because it's easy to forget what they're actually immune and resistant, or it's easy to forget their resistances.
After he had won, Lord Chris said to Nyx, with a mind to ease and a will to fix, "You are a troll, and that is good, my friend. You have no faults in truth, no wrong to mend. But if it be your wish to join their kind, a better way we will help you to find. There is naught wrong with following your will, as long as it does not bring others ill." Again the heroes of honor stayed true. The story of a troll, and the knights too.
Can I sneak past? Just to take a peek? I'm going to be fast traveling away as soon as I get this, or... maybe not. But I don't particularly want to deal with another troll right now. There's something dispellable up here. Let me sneak. Stealth successful. I'll be coming back for some of the stuff in this area, like fast traveling wise, but in this case specifically... Oh, right. Okay, you need to go. Really? I need to get rid of you. The others are not going to be a problem as long as you are no longer here to make them a problem. Sunder Caverns is part of the House of Ballads quest, so I'm not going to go pre-clear that. I've run into a few situations where I headed into somewhere early to pre-clear it, and it broke the quest, so by and large it's better to just not. Hello, Etran. Of the two, you are the easier one to leave alive.
I've been tracking you for some time. Enodon keeps you strong, but I am stronger.
Says the guy at, like, what? 1 health?
2 lives for 1. It is the blood right, and I will be free of it at last. Give me Delph's dagger. You may find mercy in Enodon. True, but I know him, and he will not rest until one of us is satisfied the blood right. 2 must die, so 1 will live. I intend to be the one to live. Gold has its uses. If Red Idward believes me dead, then I am truly free. Take the dagger. I pray it brings you better fortune than it brought me. Good luck with Red.
This guy is so much easier to just let live, because he's like, oh, okay, you're gonna pay me? Take it. I don't think this will turn him hostile, but on the off chance it does. Okay. Yeah, that guy just doesn't care what you pay him. Hi. Just heading through here because it'll put me in Glendara. I can grab a fast travel point here real quick. And then we'll no longer have to deal with trying to run through Haxie. Come on, there we go. Turn this in, go sell some stuff. Do the miner guy's quest. Now, Motus mining has no place in Dalentarth. That's why I'm entertaining the thought of just killing off an NPC here. Their digging has caused a lot of problems in other areas of the Phalanx. And granted, you wouldn't really have a reason to know this, but it's still a thing that happens. So I'd be doing a bit of metagaming if I did kill him.
Well done, friend. Well done indeed.
I know in time the trolls will return, but at least now I can make it back to Shieldring Keep with my head held high. Here, take this. It was Jory's sword. Broken
No unique
now.
dialogue, huh?
Mighty mighty again if a skilled smith wants to make her so. It's what Jory would have wanted. I wasn't able to complete the contract, but since you have, you best get your own eye back to Shieldring Keep and turn it in. Off with you then. Farewell.
Sell. I need to sell. I need a backpack. I think there's like 3 or 4 backpacks in the game. Really handy things, those.
Really, there's no need to stand around and gape. The last poor souls who tried it came to no good, did they? A shame. But profitable for you. Here's the pay. Good then.
Forsworn proud.
Let's go sell some stuff. And then I have a lot to do in Glendara.
Need gauntlet. So refined. So what?
Salvage everything. Ooh, Azurite Flame Disc. Might be worth looking into. Yeah, let's do this. And I don't have enough to make, or I don't have anything to make heels with. Or to make shoes with. Okay. Holding on to that for now. I can't disassemble the green, I don't think. Yeah, no.
I've a few
Yeah.
to fight by.
Bye-bye.
Forsworn proud.
I know that the NPCs replenish their shops at some point. However, the shops don't scale. So while Nanny Henry is your best bet for potions, or, well, not even potions in general, just the minor healing ones. The, you're not really going to be going to her for everything. After a certain point, you get enough gold, it doesn't matter.
I'm afraid you've caught me at a bad time, friend. The famed hospitality of the gnomes may be missing today. You see, I am in distress. I lent my journal to a fellow surveyor to record information from the Split Rock depths. His name is Horace Despero. He ventured into the caves but never returned. No, I am worried about him, and I must admit, my journal as well. It may sound selfish, but the journals we surveyors keep are very important to our work. If possible, I need to find out what became of my friend. And the journal too. I'm a surveyor from a mining company from the east. The journal contains all the data I've gathered from my exploration of the area. I lent it to Horace so that he could add data he gathered from Split Rock depths. Since he hasn't returned, I'm worried something terrible might have happened down there. If you can find out what happened, I would like to know. Farewell.
I have to wonder why this quest is called that. Let's see here. Nothing but the bare minimum information. This is an interesting one because it's an area I have to go all the way around in. Most of the time with places like this, if you go all the way around, you'll find some extra loot and whatnot. Or actually, most places don't have 2 exits. Most places only have the 1, or if they do, it's or if they do have a second, it's an exit that leads to a jump point. This one does not. Back out, or back into Split Rock. I'll be tackling that quest when I head into the She. Yeah, I was spotted. Oh, well. Not using those for more than one quest. There's one quest that actually requires that you use those. Or that you use a hammer. But that's way down the line. Okay. This place, I'm not going to actually read the journal you find at the end of it. But this place was used by some kind of cult for sacrificial purposes. And there's a journal about, or talking about this one guy who met a girl and was followed her down here or something along those lines. He trusted her. And she lured him down here and he was sacrificed to something. A Lianshi. I'd wager that all the Fair Gorta we find down here were sacrificial victims. Oh dear. Why am I already almost level 12? It's not like I have that much. In the way of experience boosting going on. I keep forgetting to buy lockpicks. Not better. I'll hold on to this because that is handy. However, I'd like to hit 21 finesse before I change that out because equip requirements. I'll be disassembling that. Here's the journal. Yep. Talking about how... Yeah, and I'm assuming that this is the poor soul that was... Well, actually, he starved to death. He didn't even get sacrificed. And I'm assuming this is Casca. Because the journal did talk about her appearing stranger. Why do I remember that one random journal? Unfortunately, I am not using that robes, but I think I'm going to store those. But there's a lot of lore in this game, and it's not like it goes unused. At least, not in the first 3. Or not in the base game and the first 2 DLCs. I thought the Colossi came out of nowhere initially. And then I listened to Agarth's dialogue again, and he mentioned the Colossi, or a Colossus, using a very similar spelling. We'll meet the Colossi later. Pretty soon, actually. Because I intend to do the Teeth of Naros before heading into Arethel, and the Colossi live down here. I'm gonna do Arethel before Detir. I'm about to get ambushed, I believe. Yep. Sometimes the game forces you to fight things head on, unfortunately. I can understand from the perspective of, like, certain things. Kobold rogues, for example, pop out of the ground. I can understand that because they are, well, rogues. However, a bar guest should not be able to just completely dismiss its presence to the point where I can no longer detect it with Detect Hidden. They don't have access to the smoke bomb skill or ability. That requires a lot of more points in finesse for me to unlock, because it's another tier up. But that makes you completely undetectable for a few seconds. So I do understand how the kobolds could have done that, because it appears that they use bombs, including smoke bombs, in their moveset. Similar, or because it's a finesse tree, I can also make a logical guess that that's why bandits can do that. Bar guests, however, do not have the thumbs needed for a smoke bomb. Detect Hidden will tell you where most things are, but sometimes you're going to get ambushed no matter what. Once you know the trigger points, it's not that big of a deal, but still. And I think I am just gonna let this guy live.
My journal! I trust this wasn't too difficult to obtain. What of Horus? A shame that. Thank you for being brave enough to retrieve this, in spite of what happened to Horus. As we agreed, here is some gold for your trouble. I appreciate your help.
I don't believe there's any training in Didenhill.
I'm sorry, but I'm simply out of Plague Shield. There's nothing I can do for you or anyone else till I have it. Blasted Blood Plague. It treats the Blood Plague, which almost all of Didenhill's sick with just now. Brother Fallon should have come with more. Can't think where he is. Good, because the whole village needs that Plague Shield. Never mind what happened to that old oaf. I need the medicine. 3 parcels at least. Go up the road through Glendora Wood that leads to the mission. Bring the Plague Shield yourself if you must. On with you. Get.
Alright, there's some stuff in the 3 Lamps Inn. I'm going to be in Glendora for a little while. Okay. This idiot.
You're a brave soul coming to Didenhill. This little village is faring pretty badly, and I would know. I was in the war. It's in your best interest to fill your pack and depart as soon as you're able. The Blood Plague works fast. Very fast. You met Gisela? How? I sent that death notice. She should know that I'm dead. She cannot know that I survived. Call me a coward. Call me whatever you wish. I'm not the same man she wed so long ago. I am broken. I cannot subject her to the nightmares, the wounds, the restlessness. I will spare her that torment. I don't know. I've endured much, but perhaps she has endured even more. The silent vigil has no doubt been as trying as my time on the battlefield, you're right. This reunion is one we both deserve. We have earned our happiness. How could I have ever considered anything else? Thank you truly. Thank you.
I was worried that that persuasion check wasn't gonna pass. No trainers in here. I'm honestly more worried about missing a trainer than I am about missing anything else. Well, aside from side quests. But side quests aren't that difficult to locate because, lo and behold, giant exclamation points. What? I have so many questions. Why is there just a skeleton in a wine cellar behind a fake wall? I think you have some explaining to do, Mr. Barclay.
What is it you... Oh, hello. Did Thaddeus send you? Kester Barclay. My apologies. I don't mean to be rude. This crisis has me a bit on edge. Blood plague, and the boggarts that are spreading all over Glendara. Normally the things keep to themselves. Looks like some Jotun got into their lair, though. Forced the boggarts out. You're either brave or a fool. But if you could kill the Jotun, perhaps the boggarts would leave us alone. All right, travel north to the boggarts' lair in Coilsbane and clear out their cave. Please, hurry.
Alright, and there's a bunch of stuff in the craft hall. Mostly just... I think it's actually all just shops, though. And a quest.
Reisberg arms and armors. Blacksmith. Good then.
And I'm allowed to just take these. Not that they're very helpful. Can I talk to the guy, please? Thank you.
The malicious store of potions has been used up. We lost our alchemist nearly a month ago. Now it's up to me to resupply reagents and brew the potions. Somehow. Our biggest problem is boggarts. And the best thing against them would be fire. So it's fire potions. Tinder twig and scarwood bark. They're out in Glendara Wood, but the wood's been far too dangerous for the likes of me. You do seem the brave and heroic sort. Well, the village has a fund. Tinder twigs often in that cave-like pass south of the lake. And scarwood barks found by the ruins in northern Glendara Wood.
I don't think I have Tinder Twig, unfortunately. Items, reagent bag. I have... Hold on. This is a task. Huh.
Kester and Cora. They're the Tinder twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Pass. Ah, fine specimens too. Have this for your trouble.
Can I help you?
And I'm going to experiment real quick.
The other night,
If you're buying goods in Didenhill, Tinder twig, which is easiest found in Now this is good news indeed. Here, have this for your efforts.
Alright, and this is one of those quests that never ends, so now that I've turned it in once, I don't have to worry about it again. Okay, so that's... I'm gonna keep mine, though, because the... Ooh. That's less than what I have. Let's do that. Because some of these,
looking for
quests are literally never ending, I'm not going to... Well, I'm going to count it as a completed quest if I've turned in something for it once.
Our doors are always open.
If I haven't turned in something once, then it's incomplete. Most of the uncompletable ones are tasks. What is going on with the laptop? Alright, I'm gonna actually start by heading down and around the lake. Am I going this way? Clean up all the lore stones in Glendara. And I'm just gonna have to remember what tasks I have and haven't turned in once, because if I try to keep a running tally, I'm just going to wind up... There's a lot of them, I think. Worst comes to worst, I can just do them multiple times. It's not like I'm not going to need the money. Aw, no loot.
As the tree roots into the earth, the tendrils of thoughts twist to the soul. As the fire renews the field, the birthing labors produce the foal. As the mantis climbs to his mate, the heart outstretched to her fair hand. As the hunter kills its prey, beside this hill he crafts from sand.
Down we go. I honestly would like to know where the rest of Dirge's set is. Because that is a very interesting set. Okay, that's better than that. This pretty much just exists to get you back up top. Hi. Collect this stuff. Ow! I thought it was far enough away. That's embarrassing. Anyway. It's... yeah. Mages are more difficult to avoid than rogues, or than arrows. Or magic is more difficult to avoid than arrows in this game. Like, you can actually see enemy NPCs dodge arrows. Which is why I don't tend to use a bow. Especially if you charge up the arrow. Alright, this puts me back here, and then I can go around. Save so that I don't get one shot by a trap again. Because that's a thing that happens now. I was worried about getting one shot by the exploding wards, not the exploding traps. Oh dear. Please tell me this is an upstairs thing. Thank you. Stealing that in front of her would have gone poorly. I don't have the stealth for that. Speaking of stealth, there's actually a trainer in Star Camp. I'll have to stop by when I'm heading into Lorca Rain. And there's a lockpicking trainer in Lorgarain. Lockpicking may be one of the more useless skills in this game. Or less important. It's not really useless. Useless would be mercantile. But I'm still going to train in it.
I will never be your lover, yet I will make a likeness of your loveliness. Your sun-kissed face, your moonlit eyes. I found a crest of sand, from which I will give my love true form.
Alright, what are you? Boggart. Of course it's a boggart. This entire area is about boggart. Glendara really is a gorgeous area. That leads back into Odorath. Or, well, Yulvin. Anything up here? Because whirlpools don't show up on my map. And neither do treasure chests yet. I should save before I attempt that one. There we go. Aha, whirlpool. Yeah, those don't show up on my map for some reason. Or, well, neither do piles. Oh, I'm getting spotted no matter what I do. Time for the Red Legion to be the Dead Legion. Good riddance. And then 2 sorcery. Ahaha. Plague shield. Lore stone. Definitely want the lore stone. I think this one gives me health boost.
The sand bent just as well. The plants gave way. Beasts have fled. Even stone must give way to my love. For Dara is grander than this lake I craft, this loch beside this hill. For her, a century's task seems effortless.
Okay, yeah, that's a health boost. Hi! You've picked the wrong target. Oh dear. I don't think I'm going to be turning down the difficulty, actually. I'll be coming back here in a second. Get back here. What was that? Don't care. There's treasure in Red Legion up in that spot, I know that. Ah, Lorestone.
So hard I worked to make this jewel for Dara's crown, that I did not notice when winter took her from the summer wood. Never to be Dara anymore. The work of love has made my love futile, and so I leave it to the wilds. I commit myself to Ashara. I cannot.
The inherent tragedy of an immortal loving a mortal. I bet he forgot about how, well, short a mortal life actually is. Why does the laptop keep crashing? Or, well, the stream view on the laptop keep crashing. One moment. Weird. Before I head into Coilsbane, I'll have to sell stuff again. What? Can't assassinate one bear? Come on, Fateless One. This. All of that I will take. Ah, treasure! You just happen to find stuff in the most random of corners at times. There's one more Glendara lore stone. And then I've no idea if there's more lore stones in general here. Actually, I think I might know where the Glendara lore stone is. It's not by Coilsbane. I think it's like right up over here or something. Or wait, no. No, it's here. I don't remember getting that one, so it has to be there. Why do I have the lore stone locations memorized? Not all of them, of course, but enough to be a little concerned. Oh dear. Harvested scarwood. That is not better than what I have. This is very easy, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem unless I'm just bad at this game. Oh, dearie me. Oh! I forgot to We're just gonna go around. Yep, okay, in that case, back to Didenhill to sell some things, and then I'll just run to Red Edward's den.
Why? Aren't those Brother Fallon's prayer beads? You should...
How did you even know I had those? I should probably sell some of the potions I'm not gonna use. Why do I have 80,000 gold? Alright. Yep, that's the one I missed. This guy, I think, actually dies later.
Kill you all if I have to. Damn boggarts. Give me a moment. Suddenly, very dizzy. They're out in droves. I don't know why, but Chasm might. He returned from a scouting mission not long ago. Didenhill's warden. That means he sees to things, keeps us safe and the like. It's the only thing for blood plague. Shame it's so damned hard to make it. It's the blood plague. The Bargats carry it. Nearly all of the village has been infected. Most don't die from it, but it can weaken a man fiercely. Without a cure, the village won't last much longer. Didenhill is a haven for those traveling from Gorehart to Galliford, but now, nowhere is safe. Talk to you later.
Yeah, that guy winds up dead at the end of the Boggart quest line. Or Boggart quest.
The love of two hearts beat. as the lapping upon the shore, the herald of the royal seat, as the storm that shakes the sky, the maiden of the forest spring, as the flame attracts the fly, the lion's claw and dove's wing, eventually both will die.
Well, because that guy dies after the Boggart quest, if you don't talk to him before completing it, which essentially means like as soon as you enter the village, you run the risk of missing him permanently. Alright, Bloodstone Deep. Hey, Dead Legion. Normally, I would actually try to sneak a little. But I was gonna get spotted there no matter what I did. Better to just get the attack from range. Up here. And this one, I believe I can actually take out. Or these ones. Oh, come on. A shame. How was... You know what? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I could technically sneak past those two, but I don't want to. I wasn't gonna be able to sneak past this one, unfortunately. Or, well, sneak up to this one. Not gonna side with Red Edward here. Because there's, again, no, it's one of those ones where there's no point. A lot of the quote-unquote evil options in this game, there's no point in picking them. So most people are going to have roughly the same at least for the most part, playthrough. There's a few where it does actually matter. But even then, it's mostly like rewards and stuff, I think.
Yes. I knew neither of you would face me himself. Who sent you? Was it Delph? Agna? Dangerous, yes, but narrow as a blade. That one couldn't see beyond the realm of his precious Enodon. He suffers for it.
They are my sons and brothers, a vast family with one goal in this short life. To punish the weak and initiate the strong. Soon, all of Amalur will see red. His betrayal is the coldest. I dragged that boy from the depths of a Mergen nest, and then raised him as my own. It's a shame his spine leaked out of him. So, you're here on behalf of Delph, that traitorous sow. I gather you're here to send a message as well. Let me guess. Blood has been paid for his crimes. What Delph doesn't realize is that the blood right is a privilege of the Red Legion, and he lost that privilege when he betrayed us. The choice is yours, stranger. Throw your lot in with the monk and his coward god, or work for me. At least I will pay you for your trouble.
No, you won't.
Unwise. Some of us are richer than kings. If you're not with us, you're against us. The Red Legion drinks the blood of its enemies.
I murdered everything on the way in here. So while you do have some reinforcements coming, it's not going to help you. Especially because they can't even... Okay. Fathom how tables work. Like, seriously, that guy was just caught on a table for no reason. I'm not gonna loot the Red Legion daggers, because I don't get those back if I do. Bye-bye. Go to Goreheart, and then I'm gonna take a quick break, go use the bathroom, get another drink, that kind of thing. Definitely going over because I at the very least want to finish Glendara, might set foot in Lorca Rain. Who knows, I might even finish all of the non-faction side quests in Dalentar, or well, non-faction outside of Issa side quests in Dalentarth today. We'll see. Actually, wait, no, let's head up here. Because there's Plague Shield and delivering those prayer beads. And I think it's interesting how in this game they said that the Plague Shield is necessary. It's not. It's legitimately not. At least not for us. That could be down to physiological differences, because we were dead. But we can cure blood plague from ourselves with just a cure disease potion, or purification potion.
By Matharu, I am growing worried for Brother Felon. The day is come and gone, and he still has not returned. Killed? Oh dear. Well, he is with Matharu now. I hesitate to ask, but Did you happen to take his prayer beads? Terrible if they were left to lie there with you. Why, yes, they are. And so he is dead then? Well, he has joined Mitharu. You should know, we have a tradition. Rather than bury prayer beads, they are passed on to some other believer. Tell me, do you adhere to Mitharu's creed?
I'm not a fan of Mitharu.
So it shall ever be. Good hearts shall stray from the unyielding path. Then I will take the beads. Have this in thanks in their stead. Mitharu bless you.
Alright. I don't think you have anything really, but I'll check anyway.
What brings you to our humble mission? You have heard of our remark. You are a lost child of Mitharu, then, stranger. You need only see the light of peace to believe.
Actually, 15% armor. Ooh, wait. That's actually better for now. Craft gems, utility, stun duration. Yeah. And that is now... Yeah, this is actually so much better than Brilliant Talisman now. Back to Goreheart to turn in the 2 quests that I just completed, and then I'm gonna take a quick break. Because Gisela just had her husband come back, so she's got something to say.
It is you. I never dared hope that this day would come. Once you start to believe in the fantasy, the reality becomes too unbearable to return to. Camden has returned to me, and you have made it so. You have done the impossible, and for that, I owe you more than this meager reward. I can see a future now, where before there was only the harsh cold of a long winter. Now there is the warmth of spring. Thank you. Goodbye.
Then up here to turn this in. What? Egan?
It's done? I don't know how I feel. It's like the end of a long nightmare. How can I ever thank you? I took up a collection around the mission. I lied and said it was for charity, but you understand. The others can never know. Thank you. See you soon.
Some of Mitharu's monks are good people. But by and large, Mitharu is a very controlling god. That's why I'm not too fond of him. Reliquary, 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 because I believe Delph's chest was actually in the reliquary. Ooh. I'll be taking those. Not better, but could be. Alright, I'm going to go take a quick break. use the bathroom, get a drink, yada yada. Gonna put you lot in an ad, and I'll be back in a... well, hopefully in a reasonable time frame. Negan! Hello! How you doing? And might I ask how it is that you keep showing up while I'm in the bathroom? It's been like the past 3 times or something like that. Alright, so I have the rest of Glendara to finish. And I should definitely at least set foot in Lorgarain. We'll see. Because thinking about it, Lorgarain and getting into Issa is going to take a while. Or, well, Lorgarain the She and getting into Issa. Aw, I didn't get Sylvanite. Oh well. You know what? I'm just gonna sell. I'm not even gonna store. There we go.
Come in. Come in.
I'll be buying those because before I forget again.
Believe how big. Come see me again.
And then back to Glendara. Because I have Coilsbane. And then to talk to some people. And then probably... I'll probably be picking up at least the Star Camp Travelers quests. Okay. Coilsbane. What? Again? My phone keeps falling. Oh, shoot. Wasn't paying attention to where I landed. Let's go around through here, just because I don't particularly want to fight the boggarts. Oh, come on. I just noticed that little statue. I haven't in the past. It's adorable. I have 10 Jotun to kill. And possibly a wizard. We shall see. Definitely safe, though. Ah. The Jotun... Oh, shoot. Or, I suppose they do pronounce it Jotun in this game. I was trying to run away. Ow. I'd much rather fight these than trolls, honestly. Trolls are so much scarier than they are, but are less likely to travel in groups. A group of Jotun can really mess you up. Whereas you're not very likely to run into more than 2 trolls at a time. Unless you're on the internet, at least. Over here. Disciples, that's not as good as what I have. Further in we go. There is one section in here with 3 Jotun that I'm probably going to wind up using Reckoning to take out. Because while on their own, they are much less of a problem than the trolls are. The Jotun are still capable fighters, and 3 of them at once is a little yikes. Especially when one of the 3 is capable of magic. Why do I remember this quest? Oh. Pff. Can you not? I believe that's 3 and 4 down. Up here. And this would be the spot where I'm a little worried about running into 3 of them. Okay, none of them are rune wielders. Still. Ah! Three is a little more than I want to deal with right now. Do I have... Aha! I can do that. Since I was doing Reckoning anyway, I figured may as well. That's not really all that helpful now that the Widow's gone. Alright, so there's 3 more. I believe the first one, or the next one I run into is Singular. And then I run into another group of 2. I could be wrong, though. Either way, deeper in we go. Alrighty. Yep. 1 solo and then a group of 2. The Arathi ruins are gorgeous. I'd really like to know how they got jellyfish in the walls, though. I mean, clearly it's kind of an aquarium since you can see the water coming from the ceiling. But you don't see jellyfish outside of Arathi ruins. How did you get them in the walls? And some of these places must have been gorgeous when they were in their prime. You can see spots where the bridges might have connected. You're not going to chase me forever. I actually did not realize I could run away like that from these 2. I just did it on a whim to be funny. And it turned out to be a viable strategy. Or not. I don't like how you can't even damage an enemy that you've managed to aggro wall. I've always found that stupid. But what do I know? And I would very much like to know what this guy's deal is, because he never comes back.
White Logrith, you surprised me. What are you doing down here? I see my Jotun have failed at their orders. But did Padaxes send you? Lysander, perhaps? Tell me. Those fools have no idea what I'm capable of, which is obvious if you're all they sent to stop me.
I apologize, I'll leave you be. Or you're in my way. Huh. You know, let's just tell him to move.
You act as though you're surprised to find me here. As if you weren't sent here to stop me in my pursuit. But you're too late. Even now, my deathless servants rise from centuries of slumber. It is clear I cannot let you live. But answer me this, and I'll grant you a swift death. Which one sent you? Was it Padaxus or Lysander? Fine. Whether you're an agent of the Rose Court or the Onyx Tower, you can take your secret to the grave. My spell commands untold legions. Soon, both of
This guy's an idiot.
you, however, will not live to see their ruin.
I forgot that that immediately triggers a fight. Oh dear. If you manage that persuasion check, he just outright leaves and you never see him again. So if you're low on resources for some reason after fighting the Jotun, okay, you just cause an infinite spawn of them. We're going to, in that case, run you down. Ah, don't have anything on you. Unfortunate. Yeah, basically, we have no idea what that is. That's a finesse shield, which I'm going full talismans. But if you're, after the majority of Coil's Bane, having trouble, or you don't think you can manage to fight that guy, because you're running low on supplies, you can get him to leave by passing that persuasion check. It's a pretty difficult one. But it's a persuasion check, which means it is passable.
My. Is Starcamp being visited by a goddess? Are they all as beautiful as you? Maybe I should slap on a habit and join the mission down the road. You're in Starcamp, home of the Traveller's Dove. Now, I don't suppose you came here by accident. Ask Dove. Ask to join our number. I thought by the look of you that you might. I've a good feeling about you, but some feelings count less around here than they should. I'll send you to the camp's leader, Krilgari. She'll get you on the way.
Interestingly, the Starcamp or the Traveler's questline is one of the few where a choice actually matters and is weighted relatively equally. You can make choices. You can actually make more choices in this game than you can in Skyrim. But not every choice really carries all that much weight, and it is overall mostly a matter of what you choose to do versus what you choose not to do. Every faction, however, does have some choice in it. It might not be a major one, but it is a choice. Usually it comes near the end. Well, actually no, there's one that doesn't have a choice. One faction doesn't have a choice, but there is a reason for that one.
Need an answer or a rumor? You've done well to come to a lay in dark. I hold on to whispers and secrets in case they're needed. Now come, fellow traveler. Ain't much like a bit of gossip to soothe the tongue, isn't it?
I mean, may as well pick up that while I'm here. Even if it's not the most important.
I have spent my years in Dalentarth learning to imitate the ways of the Fae. If you need to improve your ways of stealth, I can help. I know the shadows well.
So, I know I've mentioned this before, but skills. There's 3 trainers in each skill. I think there's a 4th in one of them, but I can't remember which one. And then a skill book. So, with a bit of respecking, you can have the first 4 of every single type of skill from literally just trainers. Which is neat.
So quiet lately. Always open for business when the...
Nope. I'll take the repair kits and the lockpicks, though. Back to Glendara with me. Star Camp is a nice fast travel point because it gives you access to both Lorca and the She. You can access either of them depending on what spot you go to.
Glad to see you made her out of there alive. You felt the earth shake and you hadn't returned. But no matter. Our town is forever in your debt. Please, take this. It's not much after all you've done, but we would like you to have it.
And this guy is okay, he's supposed to be dead. I guess they forgot to actually kill him in the remaster. That or he glitched. Then this. I should use the repair kits. Yep. Healer's Cottage, to turn in one quest and progress another.
Another family dead on the road. Oh, what is this town coming to? At least you have the plague shield. It will last for a while yet, at any rate. Thank you. Thank you, and bless you so very, very much. If you have a need for healing, do come back. Well, on your way with you.
Have a seat. War-sworn work? Good. The gold's run low and my mother's not doing so well. To the Warden's bridge it is. Farewell, mother.
Okay. Actually, hang on. Because I need that, and then... Do I want to go with... maxing out... Actually, let's max out Mark of Flame. I use that enough. Now, I have 21 Finesse, so I don't have to wear the Her pendant. This gives me extra damage for literally everything. Or, well, not literally, but it gives me a bit of extra damage, and also some mana regeneration, which are both very handy things. Oh, one moment. I don't know why the laptop's acting up. I hope that doesn't carry over into, like, the VOD. So I could head to Lorca. Or I could tackle the she. I actually don't know what I want to do next, now that I'm thinking about it, so I think I'm gonna call it after talking to Krogarin and the Hierophant here.
The dust of the road rises to meet you, Wanderer. Welcome to Star Camp. Then Grim has appraised you and found you of worth. But there is another you must appease, our guide, the anonymous Hierophant. Go to the Hierophant shrine in our camp and pray, as all travelers must. We have many freedoms and one chain. A traveler lives by his or her hands and guile. You must do the same. Trader Haydn sells items to supplement these skills if you need. May the wind be at your back. What do you want to do?
What prays before me? An eddy in the river of fate, a cacophony in the song of Amalur. Your presence is unnerving, but you have come and prayed, and honored our creeds. You wish to make yourself a traveler? Then ask me for my portents. The price to admit you is great. It will take 3 treasures to balance the burden. First, there is a noble Elfwig Grilrakas staying in Dyden Hill. Steal his medallion. Then, in the nearby mission, claim the pall of the dead Saint Edrix. The last are Drog's toothpicks. We have contacted their owner, Gunnar Frode, to buy the items, but you will steal them instead. Not yet. Elfwig Grilrakas is a fastidious man. He will not suffer any undue approach. The pall of Edric lies in his tomb, which is under many eyes. Wait until none are near before you claim it. At last, Gunnar Frode. He is a shifty man. He will not have the daggers on him or near him. Be warned. Now, you are dismissed.
And with that, I am going to call it, because I don't know if I want to do Lorca Rain or the She first. And obviously the first, well, after Lorca Rain and the She, I will be heading back into the House of Ballads. That'll be the first faction quest that I hyperfixate on. But because I don't know which one, well, I want to do, I'm just gonna call it here for now. If you're interested in anything I've done up until this point, please check out my YouTube channel. I try to upload stuff same day, and I group my runs by playlists, so they're easier to find. If you're interested in chatting off stream or seeing my announcements, please check out my Discord server. Do note, however, that the server is private, so unless you get a role, which you can get by interacting with Carlbot, you won't be able to see much, and if you don't have a role by Saturday, I will be kicking you off the server. If you would like to see my clips in an easier fashion, if you would like to see my announcements but don't want to deal with Discord, I do also post them to YouTube. If you would like to see my clips in an easier fashion, I do also have a TikTok, and the links to all of that are in the chat now. If you've made it this far and are curious to see where I go from here, why not drop a follow? It takes but one button press, and you can always change your mind if you decide my content isn't for you. Tomorrow I'll be starting a run of a game called Chasm. It's an interesting one, and I'm excited. Hope to see you there. Thursday and Friday, it's back to Sekiro, and then I'll be picking up with either the Lorca Rain quests or the She quests, though I'm probably going to wind up going through Lorca Rain and then into the She on Monday. No raid today, but that said, happy time zones, everyone, and I hope you all have an excellent day.